Hello, dreamers. Welcome to the Dream Stream. I am Yiska Cook.
And I'm El Ronis.
It's great to see you, Al.
Great to see you too.
And I hope you'll let me share a dream because I have one.
Yeah, I'm happy to. Usually it's me, so I'm very
Usually it's you.
happy.
And I think the reason why, and I've known this for a while, is I use cannabis for, I have MS, as many people know. Cannabis is one of my medicines. But if I smoke closer to when I go to sleep, I, which I only just figured out. So I started cutting it down. And I know I saw a light go off. Oh, okay.
It's the light outside, the clouds
Oh,
changing. I've got a
cool.
skylight right above me.
That's
So
the natural light.
I usually have a ring light, but I don't have it set up. So
I don't, mine
sorry
broke.
about my lighting being a little weird today.
Mine is all, might be weird too. But anyway, I found out that when I smoke earlier and not closer to bedtime, the floodgates of my dream life has opened. I
That's
couldn't be
good.
more delighted.
That's wonderful. I can imagine that, right?
Yeah,
The
yes.
cannabis kind of does something to
Yeah, it does.
your
I don't know if it does it
brain.
to everyone. It does it to me. It's a little
Yeah.
heavier.
hmm Good. Well, I'm glad you remembered. So let's dive in. How about?
Let's dive in. So I
Okay.
had a dream that I'm sitting on my bed, I think. Sorry, I think this may be relevant. And I'm sitting on my bed and I'm talking to my cat Ocelot. And he's the guy I got for Puma when I went away this summer when I took a train across the country. I couldn't just leave my Puma cat, so I got him a support cat and now they're brothers.
Sweet.
And so Ocelot, I'll give you all of this later when we ask for further information. So I'm talking in English to Ocelot, and all of a sudden, Ocelot answers me. And I'm looking at him and I said, Ocelot, you speak English? I didn't know you speak English. And he like answered in the affirmative, and then he stood up on his hind legs. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I usually have my phone almost in hand's reach, but it wasn't. It was in the other room. So I was like, I have to get my phone. I was so excited. But I just thought because I thought it might end. I thought this is just right now and this could like so I thought I can delight in this, but I first want to capture it to be able to prove it. So I had a friend over, my friend Jill and another friend, and what I realized is I was in the Jansen house. I was in my marital home. I wasn't in my apartment. So they both ran into the bathroom and shut the door because they were scared. But I ran into my bedroom. I got my phone, but sometimes because of the MS, and then if I'm stressed, it makes my fingers even more clumsy. I
Mhm.
couldn't quite do it. And I was like, can one of you please come and help me? And we used to have we had a French door between the living area and then the bedrooms and bathrooms. And so he was standing up outside of through the French door. And so I opened the French door and took a picture of him. And I think that was it. Let me double check. And the last thing I wrote was, it was quite special.
It was quite special. Okay. So can I just ask a question about what you just did, some piece of the dream that I'll ask more questions, but
Sure.
were you outside of the doors, the French doors, taking a picture in because you were inside, right? You were
So
in your bedroom.
I was, oh, yeah, it's kind of a mix between my apartment. I think it started possibly in my apartment because my bedroom is where the kitchen would have been in the other house. And I feel like we're on my bed, but then I feel like there was the French doors. It was
Okay.
almost like a crossover, a
Okay.
hybrid.
Okay.
Come on, it's a dream.
I know, but
Go with
I'm just trying to
it.
put myself
I'm
in
kidding.
the imagery of it
Yeah,
all.
I think it was in my bedroom, but
Um,
then would have been the kitchen.
okay. Um, does this dream have a title?
I'm gonna call it Clever Ocelot. And there's a reason
I
for
love
that.
that name too, Ocelot. Is that like a
It's a
um
wild cat.
okay. It's an actual name of cat, yeah.
Yeah.
Um and how did you have any like feelings within the dream context of what you said it felt like what was the how would you say
I was
that?
delighted.
Delighted.
I said
Yeah.
delight.
That's kind of
I felt I was amazed. I was
and
like,
that
what
was inside the dream you felt.
inside the dream. I
Yeah.
was amazed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then when you woke up, did you have what was your
When I woke up, I had had, as I said, the floodgates open. So I had had maybe even two more dreams. And I was like, oh, I want to remember all of them. So it often is that for me. It's like, wait, I have to get this down, write it down.
right?
So, but I probably, I mean, I don't know if I can say I laughed, I inwardly laughed when I woke up. You
Hmm.
know, it was like that kind of feeling.
I love dreams like that. I mean, I've actually woken up laughing
I
for
have too. It's
it's
the
so fun.
best.
So much fun. It's like, thank you, great spirits, for giving me this whatever
I-
joy and pleasure from whatever it is.
Exactly,
This is
exactly.
uh, excuse me. And let's see. Obviously, these are your cats, so there's a relation to what could be, sort of real in the waking life, right? There's
Yes,
you do have these cats,
yes,
and pardon me.
sure.
Um, yeah.
I have an association.
Okay.
So I often sit out on my porch and there's a when the doors open, there's a sliding screen door.
Mhm.
And sometimes Puma comes out with me. I have a little collar for him, but Ocelot doesn't go outside because he's newer. And then anyway, his previous people said he's not an outside cat. So he hasn't gone outside. But when Puma and I were outside, Ocelot stuck his claws in the screen and opened the door. And I was like, what? And I thought it was like an anomaly, like or whatever. It was a mistake. And so I shut it again. And then when I came in and with Puma later, Ocelot did it again and let Puma out. I was
Wow.
like, okay,
But he
this
didn't
is
go out himself?
no,
Oh, that's so funny.
let his brother out. So it's like I started calling him Clever Ocelot.
That's so funny.
Couldn't,
That's
and I have to say one other thing
clever.
that there was probably three times that he opened it because one of the times after he did it and I closed it again, then Puma went over there and he opened it. I was like, all right, this is
Wow.
too smart by half. What's that expression?
I don't know, but
I
yes.
don't know. But like, wow, come on, cats, I have to be able to go outside.
Wow. Wow.
Just remarkable. So I guess then I was thinking, my cats are so smart. And they are. I mean, I always have smart animals. My dogs are always able to open doors, open windows. I think animals, I think I have a fondness, especially for like intelligent animals. I know wouldn't know from a cat, but like border collies or any kind of herding dog would be
Mhm.
my preference. I like smart animals. But this was kind of extraordinary in my world. And I mean, clawed it. And then that was just really quite clever.
And in the dream, the cat was standing up like a human, kind of.
First, first he was talking to me like on all fours. And I was like, Ocelot, I didn't know you spoke English. And it wasn't, I mean, I said I spoke English, but it wasn't like I thought you spoke Portuguese. It wasn't like that.
Right,
It's
right.
like I didn't know you spoke, but I did happen to say English. And and then after I asked about it, that's when he stood up on his hind legs. And that's when I was like, "Oh my gosh." And I ran out to get my camera and the two friends shut themselves in the bathroom. they were afraid.
Hmm. And why were they afraid? What was were they afraid of what you were
You
going
know
to
what? He was not a little cat anymore.
do?
He was like, he had grown in size. He was like standing up. He was like you know what it reminds me of? And I have other associations as well. Puss in Boots. Did you ever read Puss in Boots?
Yes,
That's a cat who walks around in leather boots, wears his hat at a rogue angle, you know.
right with Big Feather.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's that's what because it no longer did Ocelot have like Ocelot's markings. He was more like a tabby. So he looks a lot like Puss in Boots.
Hmm. And what's your association with that?
I could go on and on. So when I lived at the Jansen house, that's when I was raising my son Phelan, my first boy, and we had a wonderful book of stories and illustrated, and there was a fabulous image of Puss in Boots with
Hmm.
the hat, the feather, his boots. Um, and I used to read it with my first son, Phelan. And that was that house too. So that's what I'm thinking of when I was raising him.
Oh, right.
Hopefully,
Okay.
hopefully I also shared that story with my other little boy. I don't remember. But also when I lived in that house, I used to teach at Mountain Laurel Waldorf School. I used to be a kindergarten teacher. And that's when I would be telling fairy tales every day, you know,
Mm.
and so there was a little bit more of that feeling. And
Mm-hmm.
also my friend Jill, who locked herself in the bathroom, she's a storyteller. And I
Hmm.
saw her recently, and she was telling me about, I don't remember what it's called, but it was like a gypsy wagon, covered wagon. And a friend of hers who had one is giving it to Jill, and she's going to make it into like a little fairy tale space because she's a storyteller. And and that happened like the night before we were having that conversation. So the wonder of fairy tales, I guess, was really alive for me when I had that dream.
Mm-hmm. And is there anything particular that you want to know about it?
Um,
Sounds like you kind of have a sense already, but is there anything more?
Let me see.
Or I have another question. I have okay, there's that question, but even before that, I want to ask you,
Okay.
in general, do cats, because for me, cats represent something specific. And I
Yeah,
know everybody's dream symbology is different. I don't really believe that there's one
right,
symbol for every.
right.
What do cats represent for you? Do you have a,
Um, Slinky, almost like sensuality, you
hmm
know. Uh, I think of them more feminine.
hmm
Yeah.
That's what it is for me.
Uh-huh.
Cats are like the feminine. Like if I dream of a dog, it feels more, even if the dog is a female, it's like more of a masculine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
The energy.
yeah, cats are more feminine.
Even if it's because both of my cats are boys.
Uh-huh, right.
Yes, but
Yeah,
they're slinky and I
yeah,
think that what was I gonna just say about that? I think that once Aussie turned into Puss in Boots, you know, then it became male.
uh-huh.
Like that roguish, I guess because
Masculine,
you
yeah.
know I keep saying rogue, but they say that in the fairy tale. He's roguish. He wore his hat at a roguish angle. Like I just loved it. You know,
Hmm.
thinking about Puss in Boots as this kind of dapper guy.
Swashbuckling, right?
Yeah,
Wasn't
exactly,
he a little bit?
exactly.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if there is something about the fairy tale. The more you talk, the more like of that sort of fairy tale feeling I'm getting. And I wonder if what's your association with that? Well, it sounds like it's the association of your children, like
And
being
also my old work. I used to be a kindergarten
right,
teacher. I used to
right.
tell stories.
Yeah.
So I would have, you know, I would at work, I wouldn't read them. I would tell them. So I'd have to like read it a lot myself, and then I could tell them at home, of course, we looked at books.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So you had to memorize it or whatever and
And
just,
for school. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
And what would I like to know? I think I want to know, it was a very important thing for me to document it. You know, I needed to get my camera. Like instead of just, 'cause I feel like something like that happened, wouldn't you just be like in the wonder of it? instead of
Hmm.
like, oh my God, I have to take a picture. That felt like very strong to me in the dream.
Hmm.
And then I wasn't really able to. And then, um, well, that brings up the MS a little, but that's,
Almost, yeah, it almost feels to me like it's like the past and the present, that seems
yes,
it's
yes.
as you speak, but yeah, like what was and what is,
I
and yeah.
almost expected to see it on my phone,
Mm,
you
mm.
know, because it was taken. The picture was taken.
Oh, you did actually take a picture and you're
I or my friend in the bathroom, one of us. I
did
hope
take.
so.
Hmm.
I might just be like revisiting that. I don't like
Hmm.
to leave it, leave things unfinished. I think I took it, or one of my friends did.
And what's the significance of that? Like what, in terms of,
That's my question.
yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Whether the picture was actually taken or whether you just were
Oh, the
taken.
significance of that.
Yeah.
Oh,
You said it sounded like it was important
it
to
was
actually
almost like
get
dream.
it
It's
up.
almost like, although I didn't do dream reentry, but it's almost like, oh, okay, yeah, probably, yeah. I don't know. I
Maybe
don't
you
know.
want to re-enter that part of
And
it.
take that picture.
Because you said there was a significance in that and you're not sure whether the picture was actually taken.
Yeah.
So it seemed significant that you took the picture somehow, that there was something significant about that,
Yes.
of trying to get a picture and maybe fumbling a little and not being able to do it.
Yeah, and wanting to get the picture. And I didn't say this, but so at this time, then the French door is closed, and I'm wanting to get a picture of him not through the French door, but with the door open.
Hmm. Like
Uh,
clarity, more clarity.
Clarity, exactly.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
think maybe that because, I can be very imaginative and a little fanciful, and just wanted like proof. Give me hard proof that I can prove to like the people
Yeah.
who might not, have that whimsical thing in them that they'll believe me
Hmm.
that this happened.
Hmm. Hmm. So it's
But
important to make
although in
sure
real
that
life, I don't care who believes.
right.
I'm too old to care.
Yes, for sure. I hear that. I hear that. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, it was a lovely dream. It felt,
Isn't that nice?
yeah, it was so nice.
Yeah,
It
right.
was. It
Yeah.
felt, it had this magical quality, talking cat, But
That.
then once he stood up, it was like, whoa, that's almost when he transformed into Puss in Boots, is when he stood up.
Hmm.
You
Well,
know?
and if I could just sort of riff on the magic of
Yeah.
it, or just say like, if you are if you are the cat, like the members of the dream, the people or whatever,
Mhm.
creatures in the dream, it's like something about like that feminine essence, right? The strong feminine essence standing up and speaking,
Oh,
like it feels like it's like I'm strong. I have a voice that
mm.
people can understand. I'm
Yeah, people can
standing,
understand
doing
you.
doing something that is not typical of, so I don't know if there's something
Yes,
like own that part of yourself, you know.
I like it. The only thing that gets in the way for me is that I feel like once he stands up, he's very much male.
Matt, okay, right, turns into that other creature,
Yeah.
other kind of thing.
But when he's not standing up and we're just talking, he's
But even so, because we obviously we all have masculine and feminine, and
absolutely,
the
yes.
masculine energy needs to be expressed in a woman. Like I think so,
Yes.
there's like there is an imbalance sometimes.
Mm,
So to be able to be in that masculine energy, but also be
yes.
feminine, to be like to have that more balance, the masculine and feminine energy. Like the masculine energy is about getting things done,
Yes.
making your voice heard,
Yes.
focus, moving forward,
Mhm.
that kind of thing.
Yes.
And, sometimes the feminine is just like, right, we're more in the like magic and the flow and the
Yes.
river and the
Yes.
chaos of things, and the sort of
Mhm.
dreamy thing, which is
Mhm.
fabulous and
Which
wonderful.
is where I like to live.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. It's fun.
Mhm.
And it's amazing. It's an amazing place, but also without the masculine structure in a way, we don't always
Yes.
get things done. We don't always get it out in the world.
That's
We don't
so
always get
true.
it. And maybe that's not that important. That's fine. But anyway, it's just a
Yeah.
little potential aspect of the
Well,
whole thing.
thank you. I think that's very insightful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so that was the dream. And if I want to honor this dream, how can I honor this dream? Um, I already treat my cats with respect.
Hmm.
So, um, I don't know. How can I honor this dream? I could write about it. I could write about it because it's a little
I
fairy tale-ish.
Does it? Yeah, I don't know if it feels like it needs re-entry. It feels like it's pretty
I re-entered it
kind of
to
wild.
take that picture,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
but I didn't really re-enter it. I just am thinking about
Yeah.
it.
I don't know. I guess if you were going to write about it, I would want to pick a specific thing like why was it so important to capture the image or
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
well, I don't know, just I don't know if it matters, but just as a re-entry to dig in a little deeper to see. I mean,
Yes.
and it may just not be that. It may just be what it was,
Right. Like a light.
something delightful, something
Yes.
but I do, yeah, I think that there's significance to the fact that it was your cats and
Yes.
there's two of them and they were, I don't know, somehow I think there's a significance to it. But yeah,
It's
sometimes,
funny to me because I had been calling him Clever Ocelot because he opens the screen door. And now that's what I'm naming the stream.
uh-huh.
So, or I could call it even more Clever Ocelot.
Well, and yeah, so right, that's interesting too. Yeah, it's like something about that. And I always feel like there's like that it has to do with myself and my own psychology, like
Yes.
something clever in myself or something clever in
Oh,
that
yes.
like way to
Oh,
be like what's clever about that? Can I expand on that? Can I
oh, I like that.
into that a little bit?
Yes. Yeah. And it was also very much, I had to really listen.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I spoke and he spoke back to me, and then I had to listen. I was like, wait, was that English? Do you know how to speak English? Like he was probably just meowing, meow, whatever he was doing, and then I said I was talking to him, and then he answered me. Maybe I just need to listen better to my cats.
Mm. Mm. That's interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like maybe it sounds like are you saying that maybe the cat was just meowing, but you were hearing it as English? Like
I
you were
wasn't quite
hearing,
saying that.
oh,
I was saying that he was meowing at first, and then I heard him speaking. And I asked him about it. And
mm-hmm,
it was when I asked him that he stood up.
mm-hmm,
And then I went to get the camera.
mm-hmm. And when he stood up is when you thought that was so amazing, right? That was the
I already thought it was amazing with just talking, but you can't really capture that in a picture.
Mhm.
Wait, let me record you.
Yeah, there's something too that just struck me as like something about transformation, like
Mm.
transforming from like a kitty meowing to suddenly a kitty saying words and standing up.
I like it.
I don't know what that means, but there's a transformation that happens.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe there's some inner transformation, happening in you.
Beautiful. I like that. I feel that's true.
Yeah.
Nothing is the same as yesterday.
Isn't that always the way? But it's great to really see that. Yeah, it's great to
Hmm.
really be on that conscious journey of
Yeah.
what's shifting internally. I feel like that's happening for me as well. Although I'm not seeing it so much in my dream world, but that's okay.
Well, do you have a dream to share?
Don't really. I had a dream and I didn't write it down. Let me just double check.
Okay.
Any quick little something. Yeah, I have been dreaming. Like I'll wake up and remember that I had been dreaming, but
Yes.
yeah, haven't really written them down. I don't know why I'm not being. Nope, I talked about that dream already. That was the last one I wrote down.
Okay.
Okay, next time.
Next time.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in my waking life. Just like I said, I'm
Mm,
doing a lot of work. Um, I feel like there's a lot of shift. There is a lot. I'm in a really transformative place too. It
yes.
feels like the
Yes.
world and everybody in their own little way or
I
big way
know.
going through. Like for me, the question seems to be that's up for me, but seems like up for a lot of people is what's really important. What can I let go of that really isn't important anymore? The stories, that we tell ourselves, the
Yes.
belief systems, things like that. How do I talk to myself? I'm
Yes.
catching myself talking to myself in, the middle of the night at 2 o'clock in the morning, not
Yeah.
such good things, right? The scary monsters in the head come up at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like
Sure.
recognizing it and switching it and saying different things.
Yes. Oh, I
And
love that.
wow, it makes a difference. So yeah, there's definitely some internal
We
shifts.
must be kind to ourselves.
Absolutely. Mercy, mercy, mercy for
Mercy,
sure.
mercy, mercy.
Yep.
Yes. And just to say, I also had a dream about my dad. And
Oh,
I often make the discernment or that there's a difference between like a dream about one of your loved ones when they weren't well or just in life, and then there's dream visits with,
yes.
and this one felt, it's hard to say, but it felt more like a dream visit. He looked, he was so much younger and he had his hair was full, like it was almost I told my sister about it, she's like the 70s. Like not quite because he had silver in his hair,
Mhm.
but it was longer and we hugged and it just felt like such a gift.
That's so nice.
To hug my deceased dad.
Yeah, that's so nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad comes to me, not so much in dreams, but in just like meditations and in just random moments, I can feel him.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Daddies are so important.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if there's nothing else, I'll end this now.
Okay.
But please, you stay on.
I will.
Okay. Well, dreamers, I hope you enjoyed this dream. And we'll be back.
Okay.
Holomode Metukin.